Hi, in this video, I'm going to teach you different operations on fractions, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This comes under the topic numbers in Ganitika.com. If you have not registered in this website, please do so now and enjoy mathematics. Let's first start with addition of fractions. So, we want to add 2 over 4 and 1 over 4. So, how do we add them? This means 2 over 4 means 2 parts of 4 parts, and 1 over 4 means 1 part of 4 parts. In this case, you can see that both the boxes have 4 parts and all these parts are of equal size. Therefore, I can just overlap this box onto this box, which means now I'm going to get equal 4 boxes and there are 3 of them shaded, which means I have 3 out of 4 boxes shaded here, which gives me the fraction 3 over 4. Therefore, 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is nothing but 3 over 4, and in this case, since the 4, which is the denominators, are the same for both the given fractions, I can just add the numerators 2 and 1 to get 3 over 4. We'll discuss this in more detail soon. Now, what if the denominators are not the same? For example, in this case, the first box represents 1 over 6 and the second box represents 2 over 5. So, the first box is cut into 6 pieces and one of the 6 pieces is shaded, and the second box is cut into 5 pieces and 2 of the 5 pieces are shaded. So, we have 1 over 6 plus 2 over 5 to be calculated now. So, since the sizes of the 4 boxes from the first set and the second set, they are not same, you can see that the first set, the shaded box, is much smaller than one shaded box on the second set. Therefore, we cannot overlap as we did in the previous example. Therefore, what should we do? We should make them into equal sized boxes. So, what we do here is we will cut this first box into 5 equal parts. So, each of these 6 boxes here will be cut into 5 equal parts, and you will totally be getting 30 parts in that. And then we will get the fraction to be 5 shaded boxes out of 30 boxes in this case. So now we have changed the fraction 1 over 6 to 5 over 30 by splitting the 6 boxes into 30 boxes. Now what should we do with the 2 over 5? So let's cut this into 6 pieces each, and ultimately we will get 30 pieces from this box as well. So we are going to change this 5 pieces into 30 pieces, and therefore the shaded pieces now would become 12 out of 30. The fraction becomes 12 out of 30 because the shaded portions are having 12 boxes out of 30 boxes. Therefore the fraction is 12 over 30. 2 over 5 is now converted into 12 over 30. Now you can see that both the boxes have 30 parts. This means the denominators are the same. They are equally split into 30 boxes. Therefore, I can actually push this to this box. I can overlap this on this box, making a total of 17 boxes out of 30 boxes. Because all of them are of equal size, the first set of boxes were 5, and then I pulled 6 and 6 boxes from the second set of boxes. Therefore, in total, I'm having 17 boxes now. This 17 is nothing but addition of this 5 and 12. Therefore, I've got 17 out of 30 as my final answer, which is 1 over 6 plus 2 over 5. So, in this case, we made the denominators to be equal, and we made it equal to 30 because 6 can be made to 30 and 5 can be made into 30 by multiplying by each other. So this is how the addition of fractions when the denominators are not the same is being done, and we'll discuss more questions on this. So if you have the denominators to be the same, you just need to add the numerators. So the answer for this would be 2 plus 3, which is 5, and replace the denominator. Do not add 7 plus 7. It is over 7. You have to add only the numerators and put the denominator as it is, because 2 parts of 7 and 3 parts of 7 gives you 5 parts of 7, and it is not 5 parts of 14. Therefore, 2 over 7 plus 3 over 7 is obtained by keeping the 7 as the denominator and adding only the numerator. Now what if the numerator and denominator are the different? So you have 2 over 7 plus 3 over 5. Denominators are different, therefore make them equal by multiplying with each other. Now since you are multiplying the denominator, you have to multiply the numerator as well, because that maintains the balance. So the 2 in the numerator of the first fraction is also multiplied by 5, and 3 in the second fraction is multiplied by 7. Therefore, since we are going to change the denominators to equal, the numerators also change, which now becomes 10 and 21, and both the numerators are now 35. Now as in the previous case, you have to just add the numerators because the denominators are now 35 and 35, which are equal. Therefore the denominator is maintained as 35 and the numerators become 31. So the answer is 31 over 35 for 2 over 7 plus 3 over 5. Let's do subtraction. Subtraction is not much different from addition. If you have the same number but with subtraction, you just need to subtract the numerators instead of adding them. Maintain the denominator as it is because 2 over 7, 3 over 7 have the same denominators. Therefore, the final answer also will have the same denominator 7, but the numerators are subtracted. What in the second case, you do the same thing as changing the denominators to 35. And corresponding numerators are also changed to their corresponding numbers, but what you need to do is just subtract the numerators, which is now 10 minus 21, and you get negative out of 35, negative 11, which is subtraction of 10 and 21. 10 minus 21 is negative 11. So 2 over 7 minus 3 over 5 is minus 11 over 35. What about multiplication? If I have to multiply two numbers like this, multiplication is much easier than addition and subtraction. In multiplication, you just need to multiply the numerators to numerators and the denominator to denominator and make it into a fraction, and that is all it is. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and make it a fraction. If this final fraction is simplifiable, in all cases you have to simplify them further. Now what if the first was not a fraction, it was a whole number, but the second number was a fraction? Do you multiply 3 by 5 and 3 by 7 and write it as 15 over 21? And no, the answer is a big no. You are not supposed to multiply 3 by 7. What is this 3? 3 is nothing but 3 over 1. I can change the 3 into a fraction by writing the denominator as 1. Now I have two fractions. So I go with the process. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and I get 15 over 7 as the answer for this product. Okay, let's go to division now. I want to divide 2 over 3 by 5 over 8. So what I do here is maintain the first number as it is, don't change anything, but invert the second number. You can see that 5 over 8 became 8 over 5. It is inverted. Numerator became the denominator and denominator became the numerator. So you just invert the fraction. 5 over 8 becomes 8 over 5. But retain the first number as it is. Don't change anything for the first number. But put the multiplication sign in between them. The division now is changed to multiplication. Now this is a normal fraction multiplication as you just saw. Numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. Numerator times numerator is 16. Denominator gives you 15. Therefore, the answer is 16 over 15. What if the first number was not a fraction? Again, maintain the first number. Don't change the first number. Change the second number. Invert the second number, 2 over 5 to 5 over 2. And put the multiplication sign. And we have seen this type of question just now, which means we have to put a 1 in the denominator for this. And numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, 15 over 2. And what if the second number was not a fraction? You make it into a fraction. And the process is maintain the first number, invert the second number. So invert the second number, maintain the first number, put the multiplication. Now it is multiplication of fractions, therefore numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. The answer is 2 over 35. Thank you for watching. If you have not registered yet in Ganitika.com, please do so now and enjoy mathematics learning. Bye-bye.